Nope, nope. Are we here?
It's a long road getting from there to
Good
here.
timing.
It's been a long road getting from there to here.
9 short years. Time flies when you're having fun.
Time flies when you're having fun and when you're messing with your recording settings on OBS. Thank you, Rabid Ronin, for that perfectly timed 108-month resub in the tub. Sub-tub. But hi, hello, VOD viewers. Welcome to another live stream. It's April 25th, 2026. We left off at 89,587.94 megabytes. I just got back from a brief overnight trip to the Oregon coast. We just looked through some slideshows of very out of focus pictures of puffins. Very difficult to focus on puffins in flight. But here we are. Hopefully this episode live stream will be in focus for you. If not, consult your optician. Optician? Optometrist. Optometrist! That's the guy. Or gal. Whoever. Anyone can be an optometrist. Especially if you know the proper term. Have you got your hoofs ready? Woof! Wolfie's ready? Oh, that's right. We had this nice waterfall looking at us from outside. I mean, we're inside. It's outside. You know what I mean. Let's continue. Why do I got sugar canes? North. Along the Farlands here. As we do. Or as we continue to do. Do. Indeed. So yeah, whoa. We decided we needed to get away. And then we realized this is the first time we actually went anywhere on a trip together overnight in a hotel since we got married. Since we got married at that Airbnb, B&B, bed and breakfast, which was in 2023. So we needed a break. So we took a little bit of a break. Should it have been a longer break? Probably. But also, we've got a big expense coming up. We're getting that heat pump put in. A lot of stress related to that. And painting the house and finding jobs and applying for jobs. Cars having troubles. So we went down to the Oregon coast. I mean, we've done that in like a day, but it's like a 3-hour drive. So staying overnight makes it feel better than like driving 6 hours in one day. We went to Cannon Beach. Brought Juno with, and the cat sitter take care of Peepers and Niblet that one night. And yeah, it turned out nice. Previously, we've kind of only ever been in like the off season when it's like cold and like blustery and, you know, fall wintry sort of weather. Which is kind of just what I've come to associate with the Pacific coast. I mean, I'm sure people do. I never go because I'm sure it's completely crowded and difficult. But like during the summer, I don't even think during the summer. Like if you went there in August, I would doubt that the temperatures get much higher than 70 degrees. So it's not really a tropical swim layout in a bikini beach. I don't think. I don't know. I've never been at that time. Well, this is unfortunate. Is there a way I could, like, sneak around, do you think? Well, there's a cave there that almost goes all the way through. Oh, it's just like a... It's cut off from everything. It doesn't even... Alright, let's walk around, Wolfie. But yeah, the girlfriend likes the tide pools. So we got there... We left at like 8 a.m. and got there around noon and a half. And just in time for low tide then. We were excited because we heard the Puffins are in town. The Puffins nest on Haystack Rock there, which is the big offshore mountain feature from the Goonies. You may remember if you are an 80s child. We got there, walked down, saw the tide pools, a lot of starfish, a lot of goobery globular guys. Didn't see any puffins on that day. On that day, I got us a hotel with an ocean-front view. It was convenient because it was on like the ground floor and had a patio, so we could just take out Juno that way without having to go up and down a bunch of stairs for her. She was very tired. She likes the beach, I think, but she doesn't like walking very long distances. I didn't look... Now you gotta do the viewers command. Whoever was trying to do that, by the way. I gotta look at my steps. Sorry, I'm looking at my steps. It's riveting television. I feel like we had more steps than that. This one says 7,758. Then again, I had the phone in my jacket, so it might not have gotten all my steps. And then Friday, 6,664. Lot of steps. But yeah, Juno, very slow. There were also a bunch of those little blue guys, those blue jelly babies. They're like they're like a man of war, but they're not the man of wars. I forgot what they're called. They just like float in on the wind. They're like this big, and they're like see-through and blue. You'd think they were like jellyfish, but they're not. Blue bottles? Is that what they're called, or are you making a joke about littering? Anyway, the angels? Is that what they're called? That might be. That sounds more like it. Yeah, I guess they just... It's all, like, I didn't look this up, but I guess, like, each individual one isn't an individual organism. Like, they all are the organism. Or something like that. It's very confusing. Anyway, there were a bunch of those that had blown in, and they were all piled up on the beach at low tide. Crispity, crunchity. I got one stuck on the bottom of my shoe. I don't know if it's a sea angel. These ones are not dangerous. They're literally like this big. Anyway, that's beside the point. Yeah, we had a picnic there. We brought our lunch and had a picnic. By the wind. By the wind. By the wind sailors. Might be it. Valela, Valela. Sure. They're blue. I should have done my research and had notes ready. I didn't even take any picture of those things. They were just kind of like everywhere, so it's kind of like, eh. Sure, by the wind sailors. Let's go with that. But yeah, I checked into the hotel. I had a nice oceanfront view. Twelve pumpkins. Blue Angel is what you do not want to touch. No, especially if they're like going Mach 3 or whatever they can go as they're doing their formation flying. I don't think they can go Mach 3, but I just was just coming up with a big number. Side sleeping. You can touch them if you have the same relative speed. Yes. So yeah, we got in our hotel and promptly fell asleep on the couch to the sound of the waves. Made real use of the 3-hour drive down there by taking a nap. But I guess what else do you do? What else are you expected to do? How many? Just guess how many times at the beach the both of us to each other went. Ew, ew. Arr, matey. A lot, many times. Yeah, we took a nice nap. Well, it was also like very windy and like, even though it was kind of overcast that first day, just like bright and cloudy, and we neither of us brought sunscreen to the beach. I know. I feel like we both got a little bit of redness, so then we had to stop by a store and get some very expensive sunscreen at the beach. But yeah, so we went out to dinner. I got ribs, barbecue ribs, and the girlfriend got a fettuccine pasta situation that she liked and was really good. Any restaurants to recommend in Cannon Beach? Honestly, they're all good. Why are you going? We went to the something grill. Shoot. It's right there. It's right there on the main drag. It was mostly a like seafood place, but they had steak and obviously ribs as I ate and pasta. Listen, I'm terrible with names and video games. I'll search it though. I'll figure it out. I got a place that I'll recommend in Seaside, which is just north. I'm killing time here. Something grill. We ate at the well, for breakfast, the pig and pancake, of course. There's pig and pancakes all up and down the coast there. You gotta have a pig and pancake. They have gluten-free pancakes, by the way, and gluten-free toast. But it's just it's your basic diner breakfast joint. But the pig and pancake is where we always have breakfast. The Driftwood Restaurant and Lounge is where we went. I'm pretty sure in previous times I've also been to Bill's Tavern, which is a little bit more casual. I think they had gluten-free burger buns and stuff. So yeah, the Driftwood Restaurant and Lounge. A pig and pancake, of course. Yeah, and like, we didn't this time because we went to the pig and pancake, but there's a crepe place. Like, it's just like literally a window on the side of a building. Crepe Neptune. If you're looking for something grab and go, they've got sweet and savory and gluten-free crepes. And then I of course got ice cream. Before dinner I got ice cream, because there's ice cream candy stores and everything. Being a sea town. A sea shanty. But yeah, then we went back and watched the sunset from our hotel. Saw all the pelicans come in. I don't know that either of us have really seen pelicans in the wild. I don't know why previous times we've been there we haven't seen them. Maybe we have, and just we weren't paying attention because we weren't into looking at birds. And Juno was very chill, very a fine dog to travel with, even in her old age. The second day when we were walking, the girlfriend had to pick her up on the way back because she was really lagging, slowing us down. We borrowed a dog stroller from one of the girlfriend's old clients. Their dog passed away, but it was a very big dog, so it's a very big stroller. I have it here. I got Juno to go in it, but we're trying to get her used to it. Oh! How did you kill that pig with your butt, Wolfie? Skills. So yeah, I would like to try in the coming weeks. I'll bring it with on our walks and see if she can tolerate, like, after doing a walk with her to get her tired, putting her in the stroller and, like, still walking around. It's got a venomous tail. So yeah, that second day we got up, it was a very nice day. Bright, sunny, 60 degrees. Winds out of the west-northwest. Let's try to find those puffins. We got out there. Low tide was about like 1:45 or something like that. And we saw them puffins, but we noticed them only in flight. and they're very difficult to capture in flight. I don't know if any photography nerds are listening. I feel like it might just be very difficult to focus and track a bird in flight against a bright blue featureless sky. I feel like that should make it easier, but I guess not. But yeah, my Cameron, who's Cameron? My camera is a Canon, what is it? R6? Yeah. Yeah, R6 Mark II. And it just, there's so many, like, intelligent focus, AI focus, this, that, and the other, and like, it's very confusing to know what settings I should have. And it gets very frustrating. I'm like, there's puffins! I see puffins flying around, and everybody in chat saw all of the rejected blurry smudge spots. And then about the, half a dozen of actual usable pictures. It is quite difficult. Probably one case where you want to set the focus on manual on a distance. I tried that, but even that was, like, difficult. Because then it's weird, it, like, doesn't... I don't know. It doesn't, like, I think those overexposed shots, I put the focus on manual, and then it seems like it just gives up on, like, controlling any of the exposure. It's like, oh, you want manual? That means you want manual everything, right? Well, no, it's not. It wasn't about their movement and the shutter speed. It was about, like, actual optical focus. Anyway. Anyway, we got some good pictures. I handed the camera to the girlfriend, and she got the best pictures. Because we noticed where one of them kept landing on the rock. So I just had her focus on that, and then I would count down when it was coming in for a landing. So we saw puffins. You're no puffin. And then, yeah, so we, it was very sunny that day. We thankfully had sunscreen now, but it was also very windy. It's very difficult to dress for the Pacific Northwest beaches. So it's like, ooh, the sun's out, it's very warm. But then it's like, oh, it's windy, and now I'm freezing. Then we went up north to Seaside, which is the less popular nearby beach to Cannon Beach. We thought we read something about good rock hounding in Seaside, and we looked through some rocks. We might have found some fossils, like just some nondescript, oh, there was probably a shell there kind of fossil, but not much. But then my next restaurant recommendation, which I've already forgotten. Seaside slushies and dogs. Seaside slushies and dogs. Hot dog. They have gluten-free corn dog. I got myself a gluten-free corn dog. They are extremely from Chicago. The girlfriend got a Seaside dog, which was a hot dog on a bun with, I think it was with bacon and mac and cheese on top. She's like, I don't know why I got this. This is too much. I got a gluten-free corn dog. And they were very nice people. I did get ketchup for dipping. I did know, one of their signs said they have gluten-free buns. I wish I had seen before I ordered the corn dog. I would have maybe gotten a Chicago dog, but that was fine. And then I got more ice cream. And then we were both pretty pooped. So made the drive back and got home to the cats around 6 p.m. or so. Wish we could have and would have stayed a little bit longer, I suppose. It was a foot. They're footlongs too. It was a foot-long corn dog. For the biggest corn dog I've ever put in my mouth. Oh, and from when we at the Pig and Pancake, the girlfriend brought home some of her bacon and gave it to Juno as a tweet. And yeah, now we're home, and we did some yard work this morning. It's going to be a very nice week outside. Picking up some of those English ivy vines. So yeah. We both say we got to do stuff like that more often, even if it is just for like a night or like two, because it is difficult for us to like get away. Like we haven't been on a vacation since our 5-hour slideshow West Coast road trip vacation slideshow. Like we've individually, like the girlfriend's been out to visit her brother, and I've been to Sweden, and I visited my mom, Colorado, but. Yeah. With the pets. And one or more of them reaching advanced age. That makes it a bit nerve-wracking. Yeah. That was our little, impromptu, getaway. Sorry I didn't give any advanced warning, but I also don't really like to give advanced warning. We're gonna be out of town! Now's the best time to rob us if you want. You don't gotta tell us nothing. Johnny Tightlips. What do we say to the doctor? Tell him to suck a lemon. The best time for a random person to secretly install a heat pump. No, but that is happening this week, so I might also have a few days AFK for that purpose as well. Stress, stress, money out the window, money out the window, stress, stress. On Monday I've got the interview with for my spongy moth trapper. Application. Hopefully I don't bean it up like all the other interviews I've ever had. Moth Hunter. First question, can I wear an eye patch whilst trapping moths? I think it'll really up the intimidation factor. They release a moth into the room, and first job applicant to capture it wins the job. What is this, Taskmaster? Time starts now. That would be a good job if primarily I could bring Juno along. Which I don't see why I wouldn't be able to. That's not something I'm going to ask during the interview, the first interview for sure.
Are we there yet?
We are 2.66% of the way there, Pallet Hands. Thank you for asking. Here's a question for you all, for a change. Anybody a coffee?
Nerd!
Coffee nerd out there? Coffee snobs, even? I need, grinder recommendations. Mine I discovered I purchased in 2009, which is a long time for a coffee grinder. And I only noticed, well, I mean, this was the one that you guys tried to help me find parts for, and then we found parts for it, like a new hopper. And I ordered the parts, and then they emailed me to say they didn't actually have the parts, because they don't make parts for it anymore. You bought a Philips Barista in a box. Is it a human being? Are you practicing indentured servitude? But anyway, yeah, I'm sure after 14 years? 16 years. Do I hear 17 years? However long it's been since 2009. I think the grinder, the conical burrs on the grinder are worn. And now I'm getting very muddy results with my coffee. Because it's not giving me a consistent grind size. There's a lot of fines. And then when making coffee, it like doesn't filter all the way and it gets stuck in the filter and just like permeates there. You're currently using your cousin's old Fellows coffee grinder. Fellows has a new one coming out that I've been looking at. Coffee grinders, by the way, are expensive all of a sudden. But yeah, I was looking at the Fellows Ode? Opus? One of them is like $400. Not that one. The other one's $200. The problem is it like the first generation, like people have a lot of complaints about, but they're coming out with a new one that supposedly corrects all those mistakes. But it's not like hitting store shelves until like June. Time More makes a good steel burr grinders. I have not heard of Time More. I might be overthinking it, because that's what I tend to do. I did even like, there's a lot of people who are like, well, just go with a hand grinder. But hand grinders, I need enough to make coffee for 2 people. And hand grinders don't hold that much coffee. And yes, and I don't know how long it would take to, like, grind 40 grams of coffee. It would sure wake me up in the morning, more than the coffee, even. But even some hand grinders are like $200. So I'm like, okay, I'll just get the electric one, please and thank you. Hold on, I need to write this down. Time More. Oh, that's that one. Okay, now I know. Those are very expensive. So that's probably why I saw those and I was like, never mind. Your Haribo, like the gummy bears? Hand grinder takes like 10 minutes. You've been using a Time More C2. Hand grinder. Hario. Yeah, okay, that makes more sense. Haribo? Yeah, Hario are the ones who make the pour-over stuff. Right, it's just, I remember buying this grinder, and it was, like, supposedly a great grinder. At the time. I'm pretty positive it was less than $100. If anything, it was, like, $60. Back in the ye old days of 2009. So now to, like, see the entry-level ones being $200, I'm like, beg pardon. The economy, am I right? Jorbs. Of course, then I'm also thinking of a new coffee maker. It might also be the coffee maker. I can't remember when I got the coffee maker. I got the coffee maker later, but... I think for the coffee maker, I'd go with the Mocha Master. Those seem to be the agreed upon, like, good drip coffee makers. You drink a cold brew. I do not. I mean, I've seen all that stuff, and it intrigues me to be able to, like, make a cold brew concentrate, like, overnight, and then just, like, have that for the week. I don't trust it. Like, I'm like, is it really, like, good for the week? $60 in 2009 is 94 today. So, right, it's not just inflation. Have you looked into OXO coffee grinders? No. I've heard good reviews about their coffee maker, but not their grinder. And it's also so difficult because now, like, the market is saturated with Amazon knockoff products of, like, all the good ones that you see. So it's, like, confusing to be like, well, which is the actual genuine product here? We've seen this shape many times before as well. I kind of call it the Moonanite. The Erlenmeyer flask. Whenever something like that comes up, particularly when we were both at work in the lab, and I, like, know what a graduated cylinder is, or an Erlenmeyer flask, that really impresses the girlfriend. So, if you're looking to impress a lady, hit them with your knowledge of scientific instruments and containers by using their proper names. Like, I don't think I think she thought I was, like, making it up, and then she, like, looked it up, and she was like, oh, that is an Erlenmeyer flask. I know my Erlenmeyers from my graduated cylinders. Various pipettes and whatsits and doodads. That's how you impressed your wife? With science! I think he slipped her a Mickey. It might impress that guy in your life, too, for all I know. Science is
You've seen so many
non-gender
oddities in
specific.
normal
Oh.
beta Minecraft terrain, and you've spent so much time in and alongside the Farlands now. Which would you say feels more interesting to you at this point?
At this point, normal terrain or the Farlands? I don't know. That's difficult to answer. I think, well, that is difficult to answer because, like, the normal terrain, we do have a little bit of both right now, but the normal terrain is, like, very, like, boop, there's a weird stuff that happened right in front of you. As opposed to, I guess I picture the Farlands as, like, one entity. Like, the Farlands is obviously always weird, but then it gets little jazz every once in a while. So yeah, it's whereas like the stuff we see in the normal terrain is like, ooh, that's a neat thing. Ooh, that's a neat thing. They're all like separate, or like the spawn chunks or ghost chunks and stuff like that. As opposed to, I feel like the Farlands are just a thing, like one consistent thing. I'm still waiting for our in the Farland spawner, though. Wolfie. That'll be the day that we see it. No particular coffee grinder recommendations. Spooky noises. I'll just swim it. That's really not enough distance to bother with a boat. Now we're posting stuff on the Discord about coffee. Oh, are you posting something about the civet coffee? I think most people know about that. It's been bunked as dumb and stupid. Maybe some people don't know about it. That's fine. I think there's a mushroom on a tree in the Farlands. See it? Do you see it? No! Stupid 4-block tall dirt tower made by me and jumped off by me. It's also cruel because they force feed coffee beans to these animals. But anyway. .69% of the way there. You got around to listening to Wet Leg. Nice. You did recognize one of the songs on the album. Yeah, I mean, they're a British band. I don't know how much. I mean, I don't I don't know who listens to the radio anymore, but I don't know how much widespread play they get. I know they played on the first Saturday Night Live London episode, or whatever Saturday Night Live is doing in Europe. Well, not Europe, I guess. Jokes. Anybody going to TwitchCon EU? In the Netherlands, I think. Didn't think so. The one of my contacts I had with the social media people of Minecraft asked me if I was going. I'm like, no. Unless some company wants to send me there. I didn't say that, but I could have. I thought it in my head. Bloop. Oh, hello, gentlemen. That's a spawner, but I can't see it. Or can I? I cannot. I can't disobey my rules. Sorry. We gotta leave it. I am a Farlander of integrity. Pew. Yeah, we got it. We can only go after spawners that are open. Like, at least the cobblestone can be seen. For God and all of us to see it with our own eyes. It's a phone. It's a banana phone. Oh. That's kind of weird. It's not part of the Farlands, but it looks like it could be. Whoa. Oh, now who's making noises? Spooky noises. What is that? Oh, I think that's just lava. I think those are just guys. Just dudes. Being dudes. My pickaxe! Lots of... I feel like I haven't been taking lots of pictures. And I often, like, do that, and then I don't have any, like, choices for my thumbnails. Oh, this is neat. It's like a little water screen. Sorry. I'm coming down, Wolfie. Wouldn't this be a great spot? For a hidey hole? Too bad it's like... Anyway, here's water screen. Can I get back further? Wolfie, look at the camera again. Thank you. Stick your head into the Farlands. Boom. I mean, it's kind of what we tried to do underwater with the sign that said "Awa" at the F3 monument or the Farlands monument. You got the clip locked and loaded? Something went wrong. Oh. Okay. Watch out, Wolfie. Wah! Wah! Jeez. What part of watch out? did not make sense. Yoink. .7%. Corn dog on the beach. Ice cream on the beach. Those were the two things I ate on the beach. And thus concludes this song. It blasted. Kind of strange how everyone wore jackets in Washington and it wasn't even cold. It was cool when you were here. Whoa, careful, wolf. It's still not summer yet. Also, it's gonna be it's difficult to transition out of jackets because you learn to like keep your phone and all your keys and stuff in all the pockets, to then have to suddenly go sans pockets. I know I hang on to jacket time for as long as possible. Jacket time. Pocket sans. But sans, like sans serif, get it? That's pretty good. I believe it's already May. What's going to be May? As Justin Bieber once sang. I still haven't planted any of my seeds. My seeds! I know it's not his type of game, but I'd give anything to see Kurt's reaction to Undertale. I don't know. I just have seen a lot of weird things on the internet regarding that game. I feel best keep it at long distance from me. That was neat. It was like a hole. It's like a hole in the Farlands. You don't see many of those. Don't spawn, Wolfie. All right. I think that's it. That's it. No. Get a pickaxe. Whoa. Wolfie. All right, now get it. Go on, get. All right, and we'll have a seat. Oh, I beamed it up. Could have had a flawless, smooth stone ID hole. But one misclick. One single misclick. All right, let's make those beds. Those iron beds. And yeah, thank you for tuning in and following along to this edition. Up to 2.71%. Ooh, maybe now we'll be on a good like 10th of a percent. I'll have to like make the sessions longer by 2 more beds, but we normally can only get like 0.09%. Or not. Or we won't change a thing, and it'll just be whatever. Let's go to sleep and back up the world. $89,673.15 megabytes.